Hey everybody, welcome to Fresh Out the Box plays The Expanse by Green Ronin Publishing. I am the Game Master, Johannanon.
I'm Casualty CDG, I'm your co-host, but you can call me Gary, and since it's Thursday, that means it's Green Ronin's Thursdayge, when we encourage people to play the Age system, and this is the Age system. You like that? I'll be playing the part of Loki tonight. I am the hacker on board the Space Bullet.
Hi everybody, I'm Alicia Ben Issa. I would eat turfs for breakfast, but they're so toxic it would put me in the hospital. You can find me at Hidden Audio on Twitter, where I discuss horror aesthetics and whatnot, and like get people ready and excited for the horror podcast that's hopefully coming out by the end of this year, and that I wrote. But I should clarify that I wrote it. Let's see what else. I'm a translator and a historian, and so if you need some French translations, give me money. That's me.
Hey folks, I'm Matt. I'm a scenic and lighting designer in Houston, Texas. But tonight, I'm playing the Agent of Chaos, Sean Green. Let's do this.
Yeah, you guys ready? So last time, so some of you might have noticed that Layton's not here. He's not going to be here for a couple weeks. He's doing big boy stuff.
It's cool. He is getting certified to be able to fly all around the nation and teach people how to do stage stunts. So if you need a stage stunt choreographer, his license will be updated and ready to go, and he'll come teach you how to fight with weapons on a stage and look cool doing it.
God, I know, like, sometimes I let slip how I find Layton, I almost called him Nathan, how I find Layton very attractive. But holy shit, the idea that he could just choreograph people beating the shit out of each other, just like, that's super sexy. It's just a sexy job.
I feel like most people find Layton attractive.
When I first find Layton attractive.
When I first met him in high school, I was a junior and he was a freshman, so he was like this scrawny little
just
nerdy
that.
dweeby kid, and I was like this. I had like big curly hair at the time, and I was this loud, obnoxious, curly-haired comedian kid. And when he went off to
you like a limpet.
When he went off to college and I went off to police work, he came back and I'm like this bald, disheveled, angry guy, and he looks like fucking Spider-Man, right? He's cut, he's in shape, he's a fucking stunt guy, and I'm like, God damn it, bro! Like, look at you! What happened when I met you? You were this dweeby, shitty little nerd. Now, fuck. Yeah,
I feel like that's what happened to me. Also, I was like this dweeby, shy little baby. And I went to college and like got super into extreme sports, and then got really ripped, like to the point that I had trouble keeping on weight, and then tore my rib, and now I'm here, very slightly, just sort of clawing my way back.
What about you, Matt? Were you a gross dork?
I wouldn't describe myself as that exactly. But I was like a little punk rock kid in high school, just really full of anger, and I had my like little leather jacket.
I could see that.
Yeah.
You were like really channeling your inner Green.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, last time.
How about you? You're not going to volunteer information about your level of dweebiness in high school?
I was a jock.
That's right, you were captain.
Oh yeah, you were like a wrestling captain, weren't you?
Yeah.
I was a cheerleader in high school, though.
We were in Cougar Cadre, which was like Yell Squad. It was like a knockoff of A&M's Yell Squad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we had like shitty male cheerleaders, and I did that too. But we turned it into mostly comedy bits and like collapsing human towers and stuff.
I was cool in high school, you dorks. No, I'm just kidding. I was never cool, but I was the captain of the wrestling team. But I was still a big dork, so,
Dorky jocks are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Dorky jocks are sexy.
Nope.
Arguably the best kind of jock.
There you go.
Yeah.
You heard it here first on Fresh Out the Box. Everybody. Certified sexy. This guy. All right. So, The Expanse by Green Ronin. Last time when we were playing, y'all went to Ceres. on a diplomatic mission to try to kind of suss out the attitude of the leader of the OPA faction on Ceres, Anderson Dawes. After doing so, after a tense meeting that actually wound up going pretty well, everyone kind of kept their heads cool, and Green is a pretty decent OPA diplomat, it seems, when he needs to be. Y'all decided to help Anderson Dawes out by looking into the disappearance of children at the heart of Ceres Station. While doing so, you kind of got the lay of the land. You kind of got the feel of the station, the belt. You know, you kind of got a little bit more of that culture. And you got to see how desperate things really are down here. You got to see the air quality. You guys can barely breathe in some sections of this place, and no one really seems to want to do anything about it. But
except for Anderson Dawes, maybe.
Except for Anderson Dawes. Anderson Dawes does his best. He does seem genuinely interested in helping people. Specifically Belters. If you're an inner, mostly you can get fucked. But hey, I mean, you know, there's a bad history there. But yes, so you guys followed some leads, made some good rolls, and wound up discovering this warehouse that people tend to avoid at the heart of Ceres in the slums. You found a local child, questioned them. They said, I don't go over there, it's scary, you know, that kind of thing. And Green, being the madman that he is, used the little gravity there is in the center of Ceres to fly on up to the top of this warehouse to take a look. And then out the back door came two familiar faces, Ida Fairchild and Morton Wells.
Whom I'm currently chasing after.
Yeah,
like
Calliope ran around the corner to cut off Ida Wells' escape. And as you see her around the corner, and as Green is hovering above Morton Wells, the power outage that you were expecting happens, and the lights go out. And that's where we open up in the dark in the heart of Ceres, with two returning enemies right in front of you. So, who's doing what? We can open up with, Calliope, you're in the middle of action. So, you run around the corner,
Yeah.
Now all the lights are out.
I guess, like, how well can I see?
You can't see. It's completely dark. It's pitch black. You can try to do something about that. You can, like, pull out a flashlight, something, I don't know. But it is, at the moment, pitch black.
Can I make, like, a perception roll to see if I can, like, hear them?
Yeah.
Or, like...
Yeah, you can do that. It just means that the difficulty will be a little higher.
So I got a 12. I can pump that up.
12. It's not the best. It's not the best.
How many points do I need to pump it up?
The one will get you to the next level, and that's challenging. And you might be able to like hear. You'll definitely hear them. Will you be able to pinpoint their location? Maybe with 3.
All right, I will do 3 because I have like 24 fortune points right now.
Absolutely, okay. Yeah. You guys are fresh out the grease. So you pump that up to a 15. And that does equal a success. That's a hard test pass, which this is a hard test. So, you hear her round the corner, the lights go out. You hear her, like, kick something. She herself wasn't quite ready for the lights to go out either. She knew it was coming. They're scheduled thing. But she still kind of stumbles. You hear her, and you pinpoint her location. She's, like, right around in front of you.
Oh, she's right in front of me?
She's just about, like, after you run and you get there, she's not very far ahead of you. And you can kind of hear where she is.
Okay, then I'm gonna, like, I'm not gonna outright run now because I don't want to, like, run into shit. But I guess, can I use, like, navigation to see, like, how quickly I can sort of navigate the area?
So I'll let you use it to try and kind of remember the area immediately around you so you don't, like, eat shit when you're running after her.
Yeah, that's what I'm asking for, I think.
She does hear your boots going ch-chunk, ch-chunk. because you have your
Okay.
mag boots on to stay on the ground. And she's like, "What the fuck?"
So I got a 13.
You need that to be a little higher there.
Okay, how much higher? 2?
Yeah, 2 will do it.
Good.
So
Got
burn into that fortune to do things that only heroes can do.
Yeah.
So you chunk, and like you remember there's like a table like to your left that someone left out there playing chess on, and you just kind of sidestep that, and you're like right there. You can kind of, you know how you can kind of feel people in the dark, like you can kind of feel where they are. Just there, she's right in front of you.
Okay, I'm gonna smash it. I'm gonna smash her.
Go ahead and I assume with your hammer.
Yes, with my hammer.
Yeah, go ahead and swing that hammer.
15.
Yeah, that's probably gonna hit her. That's pretty funny. Yeah. So she's like, "What the fuck?" Chunk. And you hit her. Go ahead and give me that damage.
4.
All right, so you clock her pretty good. And you feel it connect. You feel it. It's not, you don't hit her in the head or anything. You hit her like in the back.
Ooh,
and
owie.
she's like, like it hurts. Definitely hurts. And that's it for you, Mr. Green. You are in pitch black. You are above Morton Wells. You hear him reacting to the noise up ahead of Calliope chonking.
Sweet. I'm gonna stab him.
So you're gonna fall. You're gonna fall down. So go ahead and give me a that 0G maneuver, that
Nice.
free fall.
Nice.
That's a pass. So you do successfully go to where he was,
Awesome.
and he may still be. So go ahead and try and feel around for him and stab him. Slightly more difficult stab attack here. That's not very good.
I thought that was damage. I was like, holy shit.
It's not a very good attack roll.
Yeah. How many to get to the next?
To the very next one is going to be well. So this is actually versus defense, but he has bonuses because he's concealed in the darkness.
Right.
But it is higher. Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll take it. I'll take it.
Okay. So you swing and you hear something weird that you're not expecting. You hear like the whir of mechanics. It's like whir, whir, and you feel him move very quickly.
Cyborg.
Something like that. But you're right there. You can tell he's near you, and you're like in pitch black. It's not your first time fighting in the dark, I feel, because you're weird like that. But yeah, go ahead, Loki. Let me know what you're doing.
I'd like to do a perception seeing check to look around the room real slow and careful, see if I can find something to turn the lights back on. Emergency switch or something.
Okay.
I rolled a 17.
It's very
altogether.
high. So like
Loki can see in the dark.
so there is like an emergency switch that's like has like a glow in the dark like button on it.
Like a dim green or a dim red or something.
Yeah, and it might be able to reset the power, but you're not sure because the power outage is not localized. You can try though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go give it a shot and see if I can. And that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to head that way.
All right, you get there on your turn, and you'll be able to try it next turn
Got it. Thank you, sir.
because it's like not right next to you. We will pop back over to Calliope. You hear her.
Are you going to be controlling Reese or no?
Reese is invisible. You don't know where he is. He's
Okay.
like, oh, jeez, it sure is dark.
So yeah, now that
She's going to do something actually.
oh, okay.
So you hear her like, oh shit, like you hit her in the back. She says it with a lady's voice though, which I have trouble with.
Oh shit.
Oh shit, my back. And she's going to, you hear her do something loud. Like you hear whoosh, like you hear something unclamp, and then you feel a boot come at you. What's your defense?
My defense is 12.
Defense is. Yeah, you feel a boot like come really close to you. It kind of like It goes like right past you. She can't tell exactly where you are, but she does try to kick at you. And then you hear her other boot disconnect from the floor, and you hear her like push off.
Oh, that's not happening.
So she is somewhere floating in the dark. She like jumps, and it is microgravity here.
Okay.
It is now your turn.
So I'm gonna unclasp as well. I was gonna do this anyway, so I'm gonna try to tackle her. How do I do that?
Go ahead and give me a fighting check. It will be. I'm gonna let you know it's gonna be hard.
Okay.
Because you're in 0 gravity in the dark.
Yeah. 15.
It's not terrible. Let me take a look at some defenses here. Let's see. Yeah. So you collide in the air, and you guys now you have no idea where you are now because you collide. You guys spin, and you have no way to orient yourself, which could get very dangerous very, very quickly. Which is exciting. That's what it's all about.
Exciting. I love when Calliope gets in dangerous situations. I'm not gonna lie.
You are easily in the most danger right now.
I'm like in danger constantly.
There is no. They don't have OSHA here.
She's so brash and stupid about like her actions. Like,
yeah, there's no space OSHA, so there's just like exposed wires
space OSHA
and like sharp pipes sticking out. You have no idea where you're landing. Mr. Green, you hear the whir of some sort of mechanized something, and then you feel this impact. Potentially, you feel this impact. Let's see here. What's your defense?
Defense is 14.
Okay. So you're going to feel this. And you feel the force of, like, Zeus slam into you. And that... What did I do with that card? Yes. So that's going to hurt a lot. One sec. Take a look.
he didn't used to make these weird noises.
No,
did he?
not at all. He used to be complete. Yeah, he used to be like normal. What's your resistance, armor, toughness combo there? What was that, Matt?
6.
Oh, 6. Really? I feel like yours would be higher, but okay. So take also 6.
All right.
So you feel this arm crash into you. You're like, and you roll with it, and you kind of slam into this wall. It doesn't break anything. You're just a little bruised, but you're like, holy, like he's obviously very, very strong. And it is your turn.
Cool. I'm going to try stabbing him again.
Absolutely. Now that you guys are kind of tangled up, it's a little easier to hit him. That will connect.
Awesome.
You're not like guessing. He like just hit you. He's right in front of you.
Awesome. There's my damage. But I would let me check my overwhelm style because I upgraded it.
Absolutely.
When you succeeded a close combat attack, you add your focus bonus to the attack for that attack to your damage total.
Okay.
Which is 2. So 12 total.
You're gonna hit him for 12. Alrighty. Yeah, you feel your knife hit something hard, but then it like kind of glances off, and you feel your knife cut something. All pitch black, all very hard to see. Loki, you are standing by a switch, and you're gonna give it a try, I believe.
That's exactly right. Would you like intelligence or cryptography?
Definitely not cryptography. I would like, yeah.
I've rolled an 18. That's 2 6s
Damn.
and a 2 for double skis with 2 stunt points.
So you try to turn on the switch. Nothing happens when you do it. But you kind of feel around. You can barely see. Like you hold your hands like this, so the glow in the dark on the paint will kind of help you see what's on the switch. And you see that there's like a prime level lever that you have to like prime, and you're doing it. You're like, and you can hear something, and then pink, and like some light happens in the immediate area. Like it's an emergency light terminal just for like right there. You turn on a floodlight right above you, and everybody that is nearby can see this light. Your eyes all constrict very suddenly since you're all straining to see in the dark.
Does that reveal any flashlights for us to grab as a team so we can find these bad guys?
I mean, I feel like you guys might have some. I don't know. I wouldn't argue that you guys had some. But
we
Loki,
definitely do.
In your immediate area, Loki, yeah, there's probably an emergency flashlight there. It looks defunct. It looks like it might work. No one checked the batteries. No one's been doing their maintenance checklist down here.
I'm gonna pick up that flashlight, try to smack it twice, and keep eyes on Calliope's target for her.
I'll say it turns on.
Cool. Yeah, I'll just keep her spotlit.
Give me a perception to find where she went, because she's not on the ground.
Can I use perception seeing?
Yeah, now you can use seeing.
Yeah. I have extra currents in seeing. Even then, I only rolled a measly 11. I'll use 2 fortune points to take it up, if that's a thing.
2 fortune. Since you have the lights, since you turned the lights on, since you went out of your way to do all that, I'll say that they go through the spotlight just for a second, and then you shine your light on them.
Perfect.
So Calliope, you can now kind of see, not really, you're getting flashlighted in the face, and you can see Ida Fairchild's stupid face, like right there. And she is surprised that you did what you did, and she's going to try and physically kick off of you to get away. She does. She kicks you very hard in the stomach with one of her boots. You get hit with like a full-on mag boot. So I'm gonna have that not do too much, but we'll see. What's your resistance here? Your damage reduction.
What is that number?
The AR plus TOU.
6.
6. Okay. So you're gonna take 2.
Matt, what is your defense? Hey, Matt, what's
6.
Your defense is 6?
No,
not his defense. His
okay.
That was his toughness.
His toughness.
Yeah.
Okay. That's your Constitution score. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so you take reduced damage based on your armor and your toughness. So in this case, yeah, Calliope, you are gonna lose 2 fortune as you like kind of put your hands up and push off of her foot, so you don't really take the damage from it.
Okay. Basically, my entire goal right now is to just hold on to her and not let her get away.
I will say that you can try to grapple her with a fighting check. And if you do so in this turn, then you're holding her. If you don't, then you're going to be floating away from her. And you're going to have to, like, reassert yourself.
Okay.
So let's see how this goes. You guys are fighting in microgravity. It's pretty cool.
Oh, damn! Come on, big dice,
A little
big
bit
money.
of churn there, but that's okay. Yeah, so you get those stunt points.
Oh, look at this.
And they are
Let's
grappling.
see.
You are grappling, so.
I'm going to use the restrain stunt. If you have appropriate equipment in hand, like handcuffs or rope, you and your target make opposed fighting rolls. If you win, they become restrained. And can't do anything other than try to escape with a strength or dexterity test as a major action. With TN equals 10 plus your fighting score. So 13.
So what's the flavor here with your how you're going to try and tie her up?
So basically, I'm trying to think of like what I would have to tie her up with.
I would imagine basic engineering kind of things.
Like wire, maybe?
Yeah, you could have wire. Wire's very effective.
I was thinking you
tying
could roll
people
up
up.
extension cord around here in this hangar.
I don't mean to sound so knowledgeable, but
Yeah,
I watch a lot of movies.
Yeah, I feel like I would have some wire. So I guess like Yeah, I would try to do that.
So we're going to make opposed fighting check. So right now you're holding her. You have her, you're grappled, but now you're trying to tie her up, which is funny. So we're going to make opposed fighting checks here. Alrighty. So you just got to...
Oh, I got another 19 and another...
No. Oh, what even?
It's the same roll.
It is
The
same
dice
roll.
don't lie.
So yeah, no, you jump. So she kicks off of you. You block, but then you hold onto her foot. You pull yourself up her, and she's tied up now with wire, which is almost impossible to break out of, which is really funny. Good turn. So, Mr. Green, you see this light. It's not directly on you guys. You guys are like in the alleyway, but you can kind of see Morton now. Now that you're closer, you see his face is all burnt, and he has that like what looks like a cyborg eye that does glow in the darkness. And you can see one of his arms is fake, and from the sound of it, it sounds like one of his legs is fake.
That makes sense.
Cyborgs aren't the most common thing. Somebody paid money for this. And when he looks up at this nonsense going on in the sky, he's going to go try and help his boss. So he is going to make a microgravity check of his own.
Once.
No, not once.
Uh-oh.
He
I'm
jumps up.
fucked.
Oh, hey, Vampire Bites.
Hello.
What's up, man?
We're sorry you're late too. It's not a big deal though. We're fighting in microgravity. It's exciting. Yeah. So Morton Wells, he's going to see his boss in turmoil. He's going to kick off of you and start flying up there. So he's in the air now too. Loki, you're starting to see all of this because now you're like at this vantage point. You can see the lights. You're like shining. You're the only reason people can see now, which is really funny. So he's flying towards Calliope, and you see his arm, right in the middle. You can kind of see. You hear the and you see his arm open up and something extend, and then you hear Calliope. You're gonna get shot. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be okay. What's your defense?
12.
Uh,
Uh-oh.
I don't think he's gonna hit you.
Oh, okay.
No. So a bunch of bullets like spray around you. You're like, oh shit! Like, and as you will note that it is fully automatic fire coming out of his arm.
Jesus.
I don't know if you're supposed to put cyborgs in the Expanse, but I did, and I have no regrets. Green, this is what happens.
I don't have any regrets either, except for trying to kill him in the first place.
This is what happens, Green. He jumps off. He starts full autoing at your friend Calliope. It is your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump at him and stab him. I'm committed.
You know, I expected nothing else.
It's almost like he didn't have to ask him, and he could have just rolled, and we all would have known.
Yeah.
Like dice hit the table. Mm-hmm.
All right, yes. So there's that. You successfully jump, and you are right behind him now.
Nice.
Is that good enough to hit him? That is good enough to hit him. So like, man, he's spinning to try and like not let you hit him, but you hit him.
Nice. I'm going to do that overwhelm style again for a total of 14 points of damage.
14 points of damage. Once again, you can kind of see now that he's wearing armor. So he does take reduced damage, but it's still pretty good there.
Yeah, 14 is a lot.
14 is a lot. Loki. You can see this ballet of doom happening above the slums of Ceres.
I do see this ballet of doom. I would like to perception check again. They're free flying, and it means they're about to run into a wall. And once they run into that wall, they're going to have to go another direction. They're going to have to. I'd like to seeing check if I can figure out where they're going to go next.
Yeah, percept.
Yes.
So this isn't just seeing. This is also understanding momentum. So yeah, go ahead and give me that.
14
not bad.
altogether.
It's not bad. I'm inclined to give it to you. You can kind of guess that they're, what part of the ceiling they're gonna. What do you want to know about it? Just kind of what it looks like.
I want to know. I want to be ready to watch where they're going to spring to next, and be ready to start thinking about what I can do to that spot to capture them, detain them, or hurt them. I want to try to get one step ahead of them.
So you look at what they're landing. They're landing on a wall. There's a bunch of pipes there. They might get tangled up in them. It doesn't look. It's not meant to land. You're not supposed to be over there. It's off limits. It's just a bunch of maintenance pipes, some wires that are probably devoid of power right now, fortunately. And then if they jump off of that, go ahead and give me an intelligence check to do this trigonometry problem in your head here.
I've rolled doubles into 12.
It's not terrible. It's not great. This is challenging. You need to spend a fortune, and you can have it.
I'd love to.
Okay, spend a fortune, and boom. You look, and you're like, no, they're not going to land there. That's stupid. And then you see they're going up towards, like, the proper ceiling after that, and it's kind of rounded. They're going to skim it, and it looks like they might, like, skin their faces on it. You know, it's not pleasant. But it is like they're going to jump. They're going this way, and they're going to go this way to the ceiling.
Are there any hazards, final question, in that ceiling that I can activate next turn?
So there's a lot of stuff up there. They're not going to get their next turn. It's probably going to take them another 2 turns of falling.
I want to have it activated by next turn so they get there into the trap.
There's like a bunch of wires up there. You could try rigging something up so they'll get stuck.
I'll figure something out.
So you're going to jump up there?
I'm going to try to figure it out from the ground. Maybe I can overload a pressure valve system and blow a pipe or something that will blow steam that direction.
Oh, that's funny. Okay.
Or fire or oil or whatever have you in these pipes.
You want to blast something? Yeah, absolutely. So you're looking around for pipes and valves and that kind of thing. Calliope, back to you. You have her tied up. But she's not just going to give up. She's going to keep trying to fight you. She has her hands bound, but she's going to try and kick at you some more with her heavy boots. And what's that defense again?
12.
12. She's going to hit you with a boot. But she hits you like dead center in like your plates. Like the bit of armor that you do have protecting you, the very small amount. She kicks you right in it, and she just kind of pushes off of you again, or tries to. Now her knee's like in between you while you're like holding on to her. And it is your turn.
Okay, so I'm going to try to get around her and use the handle of my drilling hammer to sort of choke her into unconsciousness.
It's pretty funny.
Why?
I don't know. It's just funny.
So what kind of check would I?
That's
feel
fighting.
Like I would need...
It's still fighting.
Okay. With heavy weapons or without heavy weapons?
Since you're using a heavy weapon, I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow that bonus you have.
14.
Yeah, no, so you're choking her now. Which is really funny. And now you're behind her. So,
And also I'm going to wrap my legs around her hips so that she can't really...
Yeah, you have her in the full body lock with the wrench choke. Orton Wells is going to... you see him, Green. You see him. His arm closes back up, and he starts hitting some buttons on his wrist.
So fucked.
And then you hear... and the lights start coming back on. Which means the wall behind you does have the potential for an electricity hazard now. I mean, he's not trying to kill his boss, but he can't let you guys take her. So, Green, you notice now that the lights are fully back on, you guys are flying high above the slums, and you look down. Some people are actually looking up at this. They're like, holy shit. Like, some people are entertained. Some people are terrified. And you see some people, hey, look at them. Look at them go. And you see people with guns come out of that warehouse that they came out of just now. They're not immediately like, you can't stab them. You can shoot them. You can't stab them. Green, your turn. You see Orton do this. And it's worrying that he's doing that.
Yeah, you know, I think I'm going to follow through and I'll give him a good stab.
Give him a stab. Stab him right in the face.
You stab him. You stab him.
Oh!
Yeah, that hits Green.
Nice.
A big 20 from Green there with a double
With
5.
4 stunt points.
For a total of 13 damage, and I'll take a peek at those stats.
Absolutely. So this time you do go flying into him and you stab and you do like go into flesh.
Nice.
Like real people flesh or synthetic flesh?
Like skin, like real blood. Blood comes out. It starts floating around. There's like a little. You hit a high pressure. It's like when you're shaving and you just squirt the mirror.
Yuck.
If you've ever done that, it propels him just slightly faster. There's blood just flying in the zero gravity.
Riding on a blood rocket.
It's doing something weird though, because the gravity is really funky in the center of Ceres, and so it's kind of doing this number and like spiraling around. It's like he's casting a blood magic spell. While you figure out what stunt to use, Loki, you see all these people exit the warehouse. They're not leaving the ground though. They're all mag to the ground, and they're in the alleyway and they're pointing their guns towards your compatriots. You see 3 others.
Since I'm already looking at the pipe system, is there a pipe system that runs on the wall by where these guys are at, where they're looking up?
There's definitely pipes over there.
Yeah, I'm going to try to blow those pipes up instead so that they don't shoot my friends.
What are you trying? How are you trying to do that specifically?
So I think that I'm going to turn a little nozzle so that more fuel goes through a line over there. And then I'm going to grab a nearby propane tank and throw it as hard as I can at that line in the 0G.
Propane tank. I don't know if there's propane tanks lying around.
Are there pressurized gas like helium or nitrogen or anything?
Almost definitely pressurized
Oxygen?
gas. Honestly, you could just if you turn the crank up the pressure in the pipe, you could probably just shoot the pipe.
I don't carry a gun, so I'm going to have to throw something at it.
You have to throw something at it. Okay.
So I was just looking for explosive air canister. Surely there's at least oxygen nearby.
Does Loki
Just in
have any
case.
weapons?
You'd be surprised.
There's not like an emergency oxygen.
The best you can hope for around here is tools, maybe like a defunct welding torch. It's specifically because you're in the slums. Like they don't have access to a lot of they don't have access to like air and shit. They're all dying down here slowly from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But yeah, you could find like some old tools, and you could potentially do something with that.
Yeah, I got to think there's got to be something explosive. But that's what I'd like to do. Overcrank that system, make it explode on those guys.
You probably don't know how arc welders work. You might, but if you hook up the welder to the pipe, it could fuck it up.
Let's do it. Okay. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Because there are tools. So yeah, you go over there, you crank up this pipe, and you touch the welder. You complete the circuit on it to this pipe next to them. It travels down. You're very close to the pipe now, however. But the pipe does explode. Give me a dexterity check to not get caught up in it.
I've rolled a 14.
That's pretty good. You hit it, and you see the pipe go, and all the like bolts that are holding it to the wall blow out, and then it just kind of pops open. You jump around the corner. These guys are like, huh? And then you see them just engulfed in like steam.
Yeah, I'm gonna run off so they don't see who did it.
Yeah, absolutely. So that kind of delays them a bit. We're going to go back to Calliope. You are fighting this woman. You're choking her out. Just continuing to choke her?
Yeah. Hopefully to unconsciousness.
Absolutely. Give me... So what she's going to do is she's going to try and break out. So try and hold her. Give me another fighting
Is that... Okay.
It's just going to be opposed fighting checks here.
Not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad. But she kind of gets her hand under it. She's like, and she takes a breath.
Okay, so I'm going to use my 3 stump points to use the thing Strangle. Roll versus my target's constitution stamina. If you win, the target must spend their minor action catching their breath on their next turn. If they can.
Okay. I will allow it.
Okay, so I roll fighting, and then she rolls stamina.
Rolls her stamina. Okay.
Oh, I got a 13 again.
You really like rolling the number and
It's higher than I got. It's higher than I got. So yeah, so she starts. You see her like she's kicking her little feet out, and then you guys hit the wall.
I knew she had little feet.
You crash into the wall while you're still choking her. It kind of hurts. You're like hitting like pipes and stuff, industrial kind of things, wires. And now you guys are in a bit of danger. Green, you see them crashing into the wall. You see Orton in front of you still. You have your knife in him. And he looks at you. He looks down. You see him like realizing that you might win this.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear beep, beep, beep.
Before whatever he does, what he's gonna do, I want to use those stun points if that's cool.
Oh yeah, you didn't use those yet. Go ahead.
I would like to use bind weapon, which is attack rolls against each other, and the next time he tries to attack me, if I win, he misses.
Okay, so go ahead and so we make that check now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You win that exchange. That's pretty good.
Nice.
It's pretty good. So yeah, you are gonna make it. Next time he tries to shoot you, he's gonna have some trouble. But he pushes something on his arm again. You see that he has a little wrist-mounted computer, which is pretty common. And you see this red light show up on just everywhere. Like an emergency light shows up. You see people start screaming and panicking. You know what that light means, Green. You know somebody's opening an airlock in like an override situation. And then it opens, and you hear, and people start flying. Some people grab on. Somebody goes right out. Somebody goes right out into space. That person's very dead. And everybody that was flying in the air gets sucked towards it, including you and Morton. Both start flying towards this open airlock.
Wow.
Yeah, he overrid the airlock because he was losing.
What? Talk about a temper tantrum.
Yeah. So, Loki.
This seems like a great time for Loki.
It does seem like
It is a very good time for Loki.
I'm going to run
to the
back.
ground.
Yeah, I'm going to run back to that first emergency panel that I used to turn on the lights and see if I can use this emergency panel to override the doors. I know I'm going to have to battle him out of the system.
So, you look up the wall, you see the thing open. Your hair is like it's trying to suck you off the ground here. But luckily you're mag booted to the ground still. So you see the panel below the door. You're like, oh man, that's got to be it. You run up to it. Go ahead. Let me know what you're doing there.
I'm going to hack it and close the door. Is this an appropriate time for cryptography? Actually, no, it's not. There's a hacking skill that I haven't gotten yet.
There is a hacking skill that you haven't gotten yet.
I've rolled a 13 with double twosies.
Would you like to spend some stunt points here? Or some fortune?
I would like to spend some fortune. 1, 2.
So you pump that up to a 15. You hit this. The reason it's so difficult is because you're trying to do it fast. And you hit it, man. You rip out. You say fuck it. You spending the fortune represents you realizing you don't have time to do it the right way. You just rip out a hydraulic cord. And it just starts shooting fluid out. The doors just kind of they start closing. They're not closing as fast as they're supposed to, but they are closing. And you had those 2 sum points.
I used them to infiltration a computer, right?
Yeah.
I'll take it down by 2.
Alrighty. The turn goes down because Gary hates fun.
Rewind to the churn, baby. Alicia put up 2 with those awesome 6s earlier. I gotta bring it back down. Up 2 and down 2. Now everybody feel free to roll more big numbers.
I feel like Green is a direct agent of chaos and Cal is like an indirect agent of chaos.
There's a lot of chaos going on right now. You guys definitely caused an uproar down here, which is funny. I enjoy it. Somebody's very dead. That guy was innocent, but it's not really your fault. So, Calliope, you're holding on to Ida Fairchild. But you guys both start getting pulled along the wall towards this open airlock. What do you do?
I just tell her, I'm not letting you go. I don't care if I die.
Nice.
I'll take you with me.
So you guys are like spinning along the wall as you're being pulled out the airlock. And you hear her click her heels and mag to the wall. And then she's going to try and use this momentum from her suddenly stopping to throw you off of her. She's going to try. So you give me that grapple check. Let me know how that goes.
20.
You fucking...
Oh my god! The best roll in the game.
Nice.
Almost.
No, it is the best roll because you don't get any...
Any churn.
Yeah, you don't get churned.
Oh, you don't get churned, yeah.
It's the highest roll and you don't get churned, so that's, in my opinion.
Yeah. No,
Hey, great job, Alicia. That's
let me know what you do with those stunt points because you definitely get them.
Oh, okay.
But she tries to flip you with the momentum of suddenly stopping with the mag boots, and you just like put your knee in her back, and you're like holding on by her throat in a wrench, and it's not good stuff.
All right, let's do this. Pin. You and your target make opposed fighting grappling rolls. If you win, they can't do anything other than a free action on their next turn. You and the target both take a -4 defense penalty until the beginning of your next turn.
Okay.
And then with the other point, I will do, let's see. I'll do Hinder. Melee attacks your opponent makes before the start of your next turn. Reduce their damage by 2.
Okay.
Okay, 13's not great. I'll pump it up if I have to.
You'd have to pump it up by a bit. She rolled decent, finally.
Okay.
Do you want to spend
Never
4
mind
points?
Then. No, I don't want to spend 4 points.
Okay. You try to pin her. She's fighting because you're like strangling the life out of her, and she's fighting back very hard now, kind of like a fight or flight response. She's kind of panicking at this point.
Good.
Because you are literally holding on just by her throat and a wrench. It's pretty fucked up. She starts passing out though. She's definitely... I can't argue that she's passing out now. Green, you and Wells are flying towards this door. And as you are pretty close, it starts to close a bit. But it's going slow, and it's not going to close fully in time. You realize this. So keep that in mind on your turn. He's going to stick his gun in your face, his hand, and it's going to open up, but he's hindered because of your earlier thing you did. What did that do again?
I think he just, since he lost, he misses. Was it? You and your opponent make opposed melee attack rolls. If you win, your opponent's next melee attack against you automatically misses.
Next melee attack against you automatically misses.
Right.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
So does a melee ranged count as a melee?
No, so I am range attacking you, but the fact that I'm doing that in close combat means that you get to attack me back.
Sweet.
Because I don't have the talent to shoot point blank. But I do get to shoot at you. What's your defense?
My defense is 14.
Finally. Finally. And what's your damage resistance?
6.
God, I've been wanting to shoot you guys all game. You guys never let me do anything. So you're going to take -6, 7. Some bullets like shoot past you. One of them like hits your ear. Some blood comes out. You're like, ah! You put your arms up like this because you're getting machine gunned in the face. But as he does that, you can kind of like push the gun aside and get a free stab in on him.
Nice.
And you've been booned, so you get one of those back. One of the damage.
Awesome.
One of the bare minimum damage that I've been able to do to you is given back by one of our viewers. That do I even need to tell you that hits, Matt?
For a total of 11 points of damage.
So where are you sticking the knife here? Because it goes in his body.
Cool. Probably like I won't like. Is this it for him? Is he finally out of my life or
Potentially.
what? Okay. I want to get him like under his chin. So.
So you slide the knife in through his mouth. He opens his mouth at the last second. And so your knife's not long enough to pierce his brain, but you can see it sticking in his mouth. He's like, and he just has this look of pure hatred in his eyes for you. At this point, it's technically still his turn. He's going to kick off of you deliberately towards the airlock. And he just goes out.
Man. All right.
He's out the airlock. But, I mean, that's space, so he's probably dead.
Yeah, you said that last time.
I mean, he's most likely dead, you know? It's space.
He's a cyborg.
It's the final frontier. Yeah, but the operative word in cyborg is psi, which everybody knows. I'm just speaking nonsense. Yeah.
I was waiting to see where you went with that.
I thought you were going to slant it to psych, which is psych board. And that's why you don't know if he's alive or dead.
He's outside the window just like this, just giving you the finger.
Psych! As he floats away in space. You can't hear him say psych.
He's like, the DM said I'm unkillable.
I'm a plot device! No, ha, 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 ha.
But yeah, he goes out there. He is going to try and live, but he probably won't. I'm going to make some rolls behind the scenes. But you can't survive in space. I actually just saw an episode of The Expanse where someone went into the hard vacuum and made it. They didn't make it very well.
Are they okay?
Not really. They were fucked up. It was bad. So I don't think someone with a knife in his face is going to do very well out there. Matt, Green, it's your turn now. So you stab him. He kicks off of you. You see him slide through the door, but he's like still like right there. You can still see him.
Mm-hmm. So what direction did he kick me towards?
So he kicked off of you, but because of the strength of the vacuum of the door that's not fully closed, you're still getting pulled that way.
I want to try to mag boot onto the ceiling somehow. Can I try that?
As you get closer to the door, the slope of the ceiling does bring it close enough to try. I'm going to call this a microgravity check.
Sweet.
Free fall. Something that Belt Walla do well. That is a very good roll. So yeah, you click your boots, click, and you just barely scrape the ceiling. And it's still trying to pull you. You get dragged a little bit, and then you stop. And like you can touch the door. It's like right there. You're like almost out of it. It's hard to breathe where you are, but it's still closing. And it'll probably be closed soon. No, Loki. You look up at Green, whose life you probably just saved. I put you guys in a lot of danger just now without realizing it. That's pretty funny.
Yes.
I'm glad you guys did well.
Me too.
Because I don't know what I would have done if you went out the door. You'd be like super dead, and I'd be like, oh no.
TPK.
TPK, my bad, I'm sorry. I forgot how space works. Loki.
I'm gonna run back to the warehouse and stand like around the corner and try to do an intrigue roll to try to convince the guards that 3 more already got inside. Go ahead and run in after them.
This, I'm gonna let you know, because of the specific situation and the fact that they're a tight-knit group, is going to be very difficult. But you can try.
Yeah. So it's just going to be a voice. I'm not going to step out and show myself.
That's fair. That does give you some point. Yeah, you can see they're still shrouded in this mist from this exploded pipe. They're coughing. They're kind of walking out of it.
Within earshot, I'm going to say, they got inside during the darkness when the power went out. Somebody get in after them. I'm going to try to throw my voice a little bit and roll an intrigue.
Hey, go ahead.
15 intrigue.
Would you like to spend points?
Oh, boy. No, I don't think so this time, actually.
If you don't want to, that's okay.
No, I'm going to keep the 15 this time.
Okay, so they'll kind of be like, huh? And they'll turn around and look like towards you, and they'll start emerging from the smoke near where you're at. But you still could probably do something minor if you want to.
I will then slink away. I'll slink away into a building or something, into a doorway.
You hear that like clink noise that people make when they aim guns in movies, like clink, clink.
Mm-hmm.
You know how loud it is to point a gun in a movie. It's so loud.
Yeah, I'll crouch down behind like a barrel or a box. I'll try to make myself scarce.
They hear you make the crouch noise. They're like, "What was that?" Calliope, you feel Ida Fairchild go like kind of limp.
Can I make a perception check to see if she's faking it?
I feel like it would be safe for you to assume she's not given the situation. Because to fake going limp in this situation would mean you're overriding your animal brain. And it's
okay.
Because she was panicking, and now she's not moving.
Okay. I'm going to ease up just a little bit, but I'm going to keep my legs locked around her.
She's like, psych!
Yeah. Yeah, she breaks my neck. And then I'm going to sort of take stock of where I am. And where is Green in relation to me?
So I imagine you guys kind of have your like backs on the wall. Green is like to your left, at the same height as you, over by where all the air's getting sucked out.
Is he like very far away?
It's not very far away. It's pretty close.
Okay, I'm gonna call over to him like, Green, is there any way that you can get over here and help me? I got some cargo.
So yeah, you guys can kind of like have your turn at the same time right now because the people that were interceding you are both at MIA. You have to scream at him though, Calliope, because of the door. You don't actually have to scream, but yeah, you're like, "Hey, Green!" And he's like, "Yeah!" And it's like, and then
Can
finally,
I get some help over here?
Finally, and a bunch of junk like falls down to the ground that was getting sucked towards it. You hear people go, "Ah!" And like a bunch of shit crashes. You see some little kid
and junk.
You see some little kid. His leg gets snapped in half by a falling like dumpster.
Yes.
He'll never walk again.
A photograph falls out of his pocket.
A photograph of his.
Is there gravity?
Huh?
Is there gravity?
That's a good point. No, there's not really gravity.
So the stuff should just be bouncing off the now closed wall in random directions,
So
right?
instead of breaking a little kid's leg, which I thought was funny, all this stuff just starts crashing into the wall next to you, Green. You're like, "Oh shit!" So instead of innocent children, Green's going to be taking the damage. It's going to be fun.
I like that. That seems a little bit more fair.
Green's leg breaks. Picture of his family falls out of his pocket.
Does Green have his shield with him or no?
Yeah, probably.
I do have the shield.
Yeah, Green, you just hide behind your shield. You get hit by a bunch of junk.
Rubber ducky to the rescue.
But now it is your turn, Green. And you heard Calliope yelling at you.
Then I'm gonna book it over there.
You see Ida Fairchild just kind of doing the wave. She kind of looks like you can't tell. You're not sure. She could be dead. You don't know.
Nice.
She looks like. I mean, everyone looks dead when they're floating and not moving. So, you know.
Yeah, I'll book it over there. Do I need to make any kind of roll?
Depends on what you to get over there. No, I'll allow it.
Cool.
I feel like the hard part happened. I don't want to keep making you roll to fly around all the time.
Did you kill her?
I don't think so. I tried not to, but I was holding on for dear life, so I may have crushed her throat by accident.
Yeah, she was holding onto her throat for dear life. It was kind of special. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much.
We gotta get it back to Anderson Dawes.
Yeah, immediately.
How do we get down?
Yeah, how do we get down? Well, like, where is this? Like, this is in a dome, right? A big dome?
Yeah, it's kind of like a round. Your guys are more or less in the center of Ceres, and the gravity sucks here. It's not very good.
Gotcha.
Can you maybe get her out of her mag boots and we can just sort of jump off?
Yeah, I'll take her mag boots off.
You want to take them off, or you just want to turn them off?
Oh, I think we'll just take them off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Safer.
Yeah.
You'll watch Green get behind her and do something really weird with his feet, and he gets her out of her boots in seconds. Because it's like a belter thing. They know how to do that shit really fast.
Got it. All right.
I like giving belters little things like that they get.
Yeah. I reach out my hand. Hold hands.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's go.
Let's go.
Whatever, vampire bites. You don't like my description of space? He says space is a vacuum and gravity sucks. No wonder we're stuck on Earth.
Dang.
They be busting my balls. So you guys are gonna jump off the wall with Ida Fairchild and try and land on the ground.
Yeah.
There are enemies down there that are like emerging from the steam that Loki created.
Well, actually, let's get back to the ship.
Well, should we get back to the ship or should we get back to Dawes? Do we know where he is?
Oh, right. Yeah. Where is... Yeah, what's the fastest way to get to Dawes?
You just have to find an associate and, convince them.
Can I make a navigation check and see if there's a safe space to land?
Yeah, like, what are you looking for in your landing zone?
Just someplace out of the way where, like, one of us can make sure that she stays put while the other goes to find an OPA.
So a hiding
person.
spot. Yeah, give me a navigation check.
There you go. Hiding spot. 13.
No, I mean, great. It is a pun. Okay, I see what you did there, vampire bites. So the churn goes up. Ha 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 ha. It makes me happy when it happens without you getting to spend the points. But yes, you see a spot and you just kind of, you're like, over there, Green. You guys kick off towards it. You land like on a roof behind some broken down air circulator.
All right. So maybe we can actually go together and you can hoist her over your shoulder and we can find OPA together.
Yeah. That's a good idea. I think they'll find us pretty quick.
After what just happened, you're probably right.
They are looking for whatever's going on. Everyone, you start hearing commotion finally, because it's only been about 30 seconds since that started.
Wow.
Yeah, it all happens very fast.
We don't have any direct communication with Dawes or any of members of his team.
Green does. Green knows people that he could reach out to with a communicator.
Cool. Would I know of like a pretty decent meetup point that's kind of discreet or at least away from security?
Yeah, you can meet him. You would know somewhere to meet if you want to.
Yeah.
Are you calling somebody?
Yeah, I think text him. I'll be like, hey, meet us at this spot, like immediately, or like in, however long I know it's gonna take us to get there.
He'll get back to you and be like, "Sorry, boss Ming, I gotta head down. We're heading down to the core. Something's going on in the center."
I know. I'm gonna tell you all about it.
He's gonna like send you back ... and then like he'll meet you.
Cool.
But yeah, they are mobilizing. Loki, you slink around the corner. These guys are in the alleyway searching for whoever just yelled out, and they are also trying to find where Ida went.
I'm gonna keep hiding.
Yeah, give me a hidey hide check.
This is my hidey hide check, and I've rolled a 12 to hidey hide.
All right, they're gonna looky look. Yeah, so you like hide behind. It's just like a big old empty diesel canister looking thing. You're just crouched to the next to it, and the guy like comes around the corner. He puts his gun right above your head, and he's looking around. He's like, "I don't see him." And like they're running around. They leave.
So it's like a comic scene.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. He didn't hide very well, but the other guy didn't look very well, so he forgot about down. You know what I mean? He's like looking up. People are flying around. It makes sense. Yeah. So we're gonna break initiative now. Now you guys are free to act.
Okay.
But just be aware there are multiple factions of people investigating what just happened down here.
All right. So I think I'm gonna take like a sort of basically like defensive position around Green because he's got a lady slung over his back. And I will protect him if we come across people.
Gotcha. So you are taking Ida with you to this meeting spot. Right, Green?
Right.
So you're going to tell Calliope where it is. Calliope, you can try and find a good way to get there, since you're the navigator.
14.
14. That's not bad. It's not bad. So yeah, you guys are kind of rooftop hopping. You guys are just kind of bouncing rooftop to rooftop. A couple people are like, "Hey, don't do that."
Like in Assassin's Creed when they're like, "What the fuck is he doing?"
Say, "Must be the way."
Get down from there.
Yeah.
I was
Has
an
he lost
adventurer
his
once till I took an arrow in the knee. But yeah, so you guys are hopping across rooftops, and you do find this like side tunnel that's more for utility than anything, but you get in there. It's not locked or anything. It's just people don't go that way because it's kind of like more dangerous. There's like live wires and shit. But you guys go that way, and you emerge in. We'll say that your meeting spot is it's just a bar. It's just a bar that the OPA frequent.
Cool.
You go in the back door. Someone yells at you immediately. Like, "Hey, you can't... I don't know what you're doing back here, but you can't be doing that back here."
I'm meeting somebody.
Be like, "Oh, yeah?" And he'll
Yeah.
chop off a fish's head.
What does that mean?
It means what it means.
Means he circumcised himself?
Oh no!
Mazel tov.
Ah.
You guys, your meeting spot's a back alley bris practitioner. No, I just keep the tips. Yeah. It's my favorite joke ever. So, yeah, you're in the back of the kitchen. This guy yells at you. You kind of explain, like, "Hey, I'm meeting somebody." And, like, he kind of understands. You can see he has the OPA tattoos as well. You guys are all very... It's a cult, man. You guys are all in it together.
Mm-hmm.
You guys belt or stick together. That's the bottom line. But yeah, so you're in the kitchen, and your friend shows up. I think his name was like Michael. We'll call him Mikey. Hey, what's up, Green? Who the fuck's that? Oh, sorry, he doesn't have his accent. Hey, what's up, Green?
Hey, Mikey. We got a present for you.
Hey, whoa.
This is the bit. This is the bitch that's been stealing your kids.
We don't use that word here. It's not very progressive. We're all feminists. But no, he'd be like, really? You caught her doing it?
Just about. Didn't we? Didn't we just about get to doing it?
Yeah, just about. Just about.
Where are the kids?
Yeah,
I
well,
figured we could interrogate her.
yeah, she'll tell us, right? Like old times.
You know what? He's gonna make it roll real quick.
When
and
you
it's-
say that, Calliope just gives you a look. Like,
if he rolls very high, he'll recognize her. But he has to roll very high. He doesn't roll very, very high, so he doesn't recognize her. But she is a public figure, just not a very well known one. But okay, well, stick her in here, and he'll like lift up, like a what do you call it? A tablecloth off of like a cart. Be like, stick her under there. I'll take her to a safe house.
Are you sure you can handle this?
yeah, she's quite feisty.
I look at her. She's unconscious and tied up.
No. Seriously, these people are dangerous.
Hey, what are we? He'll like take joking offense to that.
Mhm.
Could we just go with you?
Yeah. It would really make us more comfortable if we saw this through to the end.
Yeah, I would like to see her directly in the hands of Anderson Dawes.
He'll look at Green kind of quickly and make up his mind about Green, but then he'll look at Calliope and be like, I don't know, can we trust an Earther?
Yeah, you can trust her. She's like barely an Earther. She lives in space now.
I can't go back to Earth after what I did, actually. They'll arrest me.
He'll be like, oh, really? And he'll laugh. A story for another time, I think.
It's not that exciting. I stole a ship.
That sounds very exciting. It's like half of our lives.
Oh, so can I... yeah, let me do, like, making an entrance. And, oh, no, that's not how that works. Never mind.
You can make a... I'll call it, yeah, a communication check of some kind to try and ingratiate yourself with this person.
Okay. 15.
Oh! You got doubles, you got stunt points, you might be able to make an entrance.
Yeah, you might be able to make an entrance now. Yeah, stunt points.
Oops, that's the wrong one. Hold on. Social and attitude stunts.
I love stunts.
Like
Like I said, though, I can't wait to see how they work in fantasy.
Let's see.
Hey, Mikey.
Okay, how about on the fence? Choose a character you didn't target who's standoffish, neutral, or open towards you. They're convinced to take your side as long as they don't already oppose you.
Yeah. So it sounds pretty apt to the situation. He is trying to make up his mind about you, and this pushes him over. It's like, okay, but if she fucks us, you fucked us, and he'll point at you, Green, and but I mean, he has kind of a happy demeanor about him the whole time. He is your friend, Green.
Right.
So yeah, he'll take you guys around a bunch of back alleys, pushing this cart, and you guys will wind up you go in through a doorway that's half covered up by a dumpster, and there, when you get in, you're in like this back room of a building that has no other way in. So like on the schematics of this building, it's like this room should be bigger. You're in one of those kind of situations, and there's just like a cot and like a hot plate and a couple of magazines. Like it's not very great, but it is a good place to lay low. So you guys are there now, and you wanted Anderson Dawes' involvement, correct?
Yes.
He'd be like, "I'll be back."
All right. Thank you.
And he'd be like, "Don't steal my magazines."
Can I read them?
Sure.
Thank you.
And he'll kind of raise an eyebrow, and then he'll leave. And then Loki,
Yes.
you are still right next to the warehouse, and you are still being hunted like an animal.
I am actually going to try to dart from where I'm at into the warehouse in between their line of sight as I hear them fan out.
You're going to try and dart into the warehouse.
Mm-hmm. If they're searching for me,
They are
theoretically,
searching for you, and they are
might
not
get
protecting the
further.
warehouse. Correct.
Yeah, they might get further from the front door. That's exactly right.
You're
so I'm
not
going to try
wrong.
to take that gap to try to get in.
There is a gap. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Just give me a stealth again to sneak in.
I rolled a 10 with doubles. I'm going to need to pump that. Actually, not necessarily. Don't need to pump it. I could sprint in and hope to slam a door and lock it behind me.
Average success is 11.
An average stealth. I think that might get me across. Let me do that. I did get a boon from Xavier earlier. Let's send it
Go
out.
pump that up. Yeah, it is not hard to sneak in because you do have this gap. You were right about that. I was just wondering if you were gonna think of it.
Yeah.
And you just got booned again by vampire bites.
Thank you, Vampire Bites.
So
Use a boon, receive a boon.
I do love our viewers. Our viewers are the best.
Yeah, they are.
They be helping. So you dart in through this door, you close it, and there are locks that you can physically lock on it.
I will. I'll close the door behind me slowly since I got in quietly. I'll slowly close the warehouse door behind me and lock it.
Okay, you are now in a warehouse. It's full of boxes, stuff you'd expect. Most of them actually have things in them, various supplies. No food or anything like that. It's mostly industrial kind of stuff, like raw materials, tools, and the like.
I'd like to take a real good look-see at the floor and see if there's floor traffic that goes to, like, one box. Maybe one box is a hallway or a staircase or something to something underneath.
Yeah, that is a seeing check there.
Perception seeing. I'm trained in that.
Yeah, that is.
I've rolled doubles and rolled a 19 with 4 stunt points.
Sure, dude. You're looking around, and you look around for a minute. It takes you a second. It's a very good roll, but the door is very well hidden, so it does take you about a minute. And eventually you see scrapes on the floor. The telltale secret passage kind of thing.
So I'd like to use the investigation stunt down the rabbit hole. And if this test leads to a reveal, then the Game Master also provides a brand new lead about a new subject that will lead to greater rewards.
Excellent.
It's 9:27. If you want to take your time so you're not on your hot on
Oh,
your
no,
feet
I'm
on that
definitely. Yeah,
one.
no, we're going to stop it soon. Yeah, instead of dead children, it's a living child. Yay.
Hooray!
Thanks, stunt points. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, so you find these straight marks, and you do see that this thing can be pushed aside. It's like a shelf, and all the stuff on it's real, but the shelf is on wheels.
I just want to check in. Are you doing okay with this, Gary?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, Gary's okay so far. I haven't
I
haven't done the thing I'm not supposed to do.
So far, what are you doing next, you son of a bitch? Just wait until the next room.
You walk in, you see a comedically large blender.
If you like pina coladas. There's just a bad guy.
Yeah, that guy from Reservoir Dogs is dancing while pouring gasoline all over. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so you push the shelf back, and behind it there's this passageway, and behind it you can kind of hear like faint noises, and it does sound like children kind of like singing a little bit, like quietly, muted, like children's songs.
That's spooky as shit.
It is spooky.
Yeah, that is really terrifying.
And I'm gonna sneak that way.
It's not. They're not doing like the ring around. They're doing it very mutedly and absent-mindedly.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what you just described with the ring around the rosé.
Now that's way creepier. All right, they're singing some sort of belter song.
Clean up,
Everybody do their share.
You get in, they're scrubbing blood off the floor.
No.
So you go through this passageway. You round the corner.
Tasked with cleaning the giant blender.
You come around the corner, and then you see this room. You do see some children back there in some cages that are way too small. It's not very nice. And there's a man in there.
A man in the room?
Yes.
Like...
You see kids in cages, and the cages are too small, just like the Texas border.
It's like the Texas border. Yep.
Like the Texas border.
Yeah, what are we, at the Texas border? Come on.
Jesus, man. I thought this was Ceres Station. Now it's too close
I
to
thought
home.
you were going to do something, Biden.
Yeah, no shit.
No, he just moved them into like an outdoor place.
Yeah, Trump just did the quiet part loud. Was the
Yeah,
whole thing.
Biden is
So it's just,
doing the quiet part quietly.
He did the
He put chloroform on the loud part.
So it's just the one guy in here, huh?
You're behind some guy with a clipboard. He doesn't look like a guard. He's wearing a coat, a lab coat. That's how you know he's a scientist.
Are there any weapons in here?
Like around? Like
Yeah.
on the walls and stuff? No, you
Yeah.
don't see anything like that.
Okay, good. All right. Maybe I'll approach this guy differently than I intended. I'll walk up behind this guy and stick my screwdriver against the side of his throat.
That's when 12 men emerge from the shadows. No.
Ooh.
You stick your screwdriver in his back, and that is probably where we're going to cut it there for the break. So everybody, thanks so much for watching. We will be back in about 5 to 7 minutes to find out what's going on with these kids, and what's going on with this mysterious man in a coat. We'll be back. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to Fresh Out the Box Plays The Expanse by Green Ronin Publishing. I am still the Game Master Johanan.
I'm still the co-host, Casualty CDG, but you can call me Gary. And tonight it's Thursday. That means it's Thursdage, where we ask everyone to try to play your favorite age system by Green Ronin. We're playing The Expanse, and that means I'm playing the part of Loki, the hacker aboard this space bullet.
Sorry, I was waiting for Leighton to show up. Leighton! Leighton. That's how I pronounce his name in my head. Leighton. I'm Alicia Benisa. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I was just responding to some fucking TERFs on my Tumblr. I hate them. I hate them so much. I hate them so much that I am literally one of the top 4 posters on Tumblr about how much I hate TERFs.
That's amazing.
The algorithm has recognized me. Okay.
What do you get recognized for?
Turf Slayer.
I am Calliope Constant, and she also hates TERFs, just to let you know. She'll fuck you up with no regard for her own life.
You're getting booned a bunch now.
Am I really?
Yeah, for your TERF hatred by vampire bites.
Thank you.
And then Mr. Matthew.
Yes, hello, I'm Matt. But tonight I'm playing Sean Green, who just watched the person he so desperately wanted to kill fly off into space before he could do so.
Yeah, he did. So you guys just escaped with Ida Fairchild to a safe house. You're awaiting Anderson Dawes. Loki, you found a secret room in this warehouse you're investigating, and you have your screwdriver to the back of the only person in the room.
If you can tell from the sharp, pointy object sticking in the back of your neck, I am not on your side. I intend to be in control of this situation. Let me know how to release the children, or I will stab you through your spinal column.
Now he'll just put his hands up and be like, I don't want your shoulder, man.
I'll kick his knee to make him trip down onto the ground, and then crank his arms behind his back and use his jacket to tie his arms up.
I'm not gonna make you roll because he doesn't resist.
Just go put him in the corner and make him kneel down. Don't look at me. You never saw me.
Now he'll just keep his eyes down. He's not a fighter. He's not a big bad evil guy. He's just the guy that works in this room.
I'm gonna take pictures of all of the notes on his clipboard with my device and then drop the clipboard on the floor. I'm gonna find a computer terminal and get as much data out of that as I can.
You're going to hack into... Okay, hey, try and steal their stuff. So you got down the rabbit hole, right?
I did. I certainly did.
And
The GM just got 3 boons.
I'm getting booned a bunch.
Oh, what in the fuck?
Thanks, Captain Frimley.
You know what? I know what I can do with those in this system.
So when I get a doom, that's just a -1 fortune, right?
-1 fortune.
Okay. I was just making sure.
I think when I get booned, I'm just going to turn up the churn.
That's a good idea.
Because that's really funny.
Gary starts to sweat.
That should really be when we get doomed, since it's more expensive to doom. It's cheaper to boon, so a boon should give an advantage and a doom should do the big fuck you clock.
Potentially. Maybe I should change some of the things.
Yeah, because
maybe I
it's
should
always
just make a churn button. Maybe a churn button should be a thing.
Not that anyone is abusing the point system, but to me it has always been funny that I could either doom the players and it costs more, or I could just boon the GM for less.
Yeah.
And so if it's a matter of giving fortune, it's just cheaper to boon you than it is to doom the players.
Unless a doom gives a disadvantage on your next roll.
Yeah, that could be pretty bad. Yeah, we will since we changed systems since we developed the system, maybe I can make some new buttons.
Yeah,
I've
that
got
was
an idea.
initially for Warhammer, and it worked great for Warhammer.
I've got an idea. What if for a Doom, you can't use any of your specialties on your next roll?
Ooh, that's fucked up. Ooh, what if you can't use fortune on your next roll?
That feels like easy, though.
Potentially. You can't use your specialties. I don't know. I don't know if I'd want to take away your skills. That can be.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it
Yeah,
out.
we'll figure it out.
Lots of ideas, though. Yeah, no, I haven't thought about revamping it for a while, but no, this could be fun.
Yeah, thanks, Captain Grimley.
Thank you, Captain Grimley.
If anybody has any ideas of how to revamp the Boon and Doom system, please feel free to drop them in the chat now or tweet them at us at any point in time.
Tweet them, Facebook, whatever.
Whatever.
We'll take it where we get it. Title of my sex tape. So, Loki, yeah, you're in the room. You have the access to the terminal, and you can try to hack into the. They do have a computer back here.
Yes, I'm doing that. That's my thing. I have rolled a 16.
It's pretty good.
Thank you.
So yeah, you break into this computer.
I want to steal all of the information, copy it onto a flash drive, hard drive, or my device, however that works in this futuristic system setting.
So you can get almost all of it. If you spend a fortune to go to the formidable level, you can rip the whole system.
I spend 1 fortune to go to the formidable level.
You're like right there on the precipice there. Yeah, so you're going through it and you hit a roadblock and you hack your way through it. The Loki virus eats the barrier, and you wind up with a hard drive full of information.
And now I will go and unlock the cell doors.
Yeah, there are kids in there, and they don't look like they've been abused in any way. They're just kind of locked up. They have bedding. I mean, obviously, it's still horrible, but they weren't abused in any way. They've been fed, water, that kind of thing. But they are very scared, so they don't immediately come out of the cages.
All right, there are still like 4 armed men outside this building. But I am here to let you out, and backup is on the way. Does anyone know of a second way out of here?
The man doesn't say anything. He just keeps looking at the ground. The children are all very scared. Most of them haven't come out of the cages yet. One of them, an older child, emerges. She's like, "That's the only way out of this room. I don't know anything else."
There, a leader, a man amongst children. Keep your head high.
It is a girl. Point of fact. But yeah, doesn't matter.
A leader among children. Keep your head high. To be brave is to be the only one who doesn't show fear. And I put my hand on her shoulder and look into her eyes like, we'll get out of here.
Thanks.
Rally the children.
Thanks, Dad from Brave.
Hey, no problem.
Slavic Brave.
I'd watch that.
I'd watch that too.
There's actually a Russian hero named Ursa Major that turns into a bear. So that's cool.
That's
but yeah,
fucking awesome.
so the kids will start to this one child kind of helps the other children out of the cages, and they're more inclined to listen to her. But they do follow you. What are you doing with them? Where are you going?
We're going to wait at the stairway. We're going to wait at the locked door that led down here. We're just going to wait, all of us.
What are you waiting for?
For Green and Calliope and the army to show up because they know we're around here.
Okay, we will shoot back to Cal and Green. Calliope, you pick up one of the magazines, the aforementioned magazines you were going to read. It is pornography.
That's cool. I'm going to take it and I'm going to...
It has articles.
Yeah, so I assume Green has put Ida on the cot.
Yeah.
Okay. So what Cal's going to do is she's going to sit with her back to the wall and her legs over Ida's torso so that Ida's sort of trapped when she wakes up. And she's just going to flip through the magazine like that.
Gotcha. You actually do find one good housekeeping as well.
Okay, I'll read that instead.
There you go.
Cal is straight. I'm not, but Cal is.
Fair enough. But yeah, so you're flipping through this good house keeping in this stack of pornos, which is a Step Brothers joke. But yes, so.
Oh my god, fucking Captain Grimley gave one doom for everybody.
Jesus. Oh, shit.
I don't know what 2 and 3 mean.
1, 2, and 3, I think.
Okay.
All right, to the doom we go.
Everybody lose fortune because you suck. You have displeased the almighty audience.
Captain Grimley, are you a turf?
Standing against. But yeah, so not very long. It doesn't take too long. Eventually, you thumb through this magazine for a bit. Green, what are you doing in the short period of time you have? Are you doing anything of note? Sharpening your knife?
Yeah, probably sharpening my knife. Yeah.
That's about what I figured. So you're just sitting there sharpening your knife. Ida stirs a bit. She's not dead. And then eventually your friend Mikey will return with several other men, but they don't enter the room. Just Anderson Dawes. You hear the dumpster move out of the way. Then Anderson Dawes steps in. We meet again so soon. So soon again.
Yeah, I'd say we got lucky, but really I just got extremely angry. This is who you're looking for.
Ha. This woman here.
This woman, if you want to call her that, here.
He'll look at her, and you see like some recognition show up on his face. He does recognize her. I'm not surprised that it is the inners responsible for stealing our children. But he'll gesture like to her and look at you like, are you gonna get off of her?
Are you gonna take her? I'm assuming.
Oh, we will indeed.
All right, I get off of her. You're not gonna let her go.
He just kind of laughs, and then he like pushes her out the door, and they grab her, and they put a bag on her head.
Oh, bye, Ida.
He doesn't.
So nice
He doesn't
seeing
say
you.
anything about it, but he just kind of laughs at your assertion.
Fucking good riddance.
Oh, so the place where we picked her up, and I like give them the location. That's probably where the kids are at. So you might want to send a unit.
He'll look over his shoulder and nod. And he'll put his hand out to you, Green, and be like, "You kept up your end. You didn't by chance open the airlock, did you?"
A cyborg did.
He'll just kind of look at you like he doesn't believe you.
Yeah,
it was crazy because I had already killed him before. And then he came back as a cyborg, and then he opened the door and flew into space. So
He'll shake his head at this and be like, "Nothing is sacred to the inners." But yes, you can tell Fred Johnson, we are all squared and all the good.
We'll tell him that. Thank you.
Now
I just want to be clear.
Yeah.
I just want to be clear. I'm the one who caught Ida. I just want to make that note.
He'll smirk in your direction and be like, And he'll nod approval. And he'll look at Green, making sure that Green's not going to be like, "Well, actually," but Green doesn't say anything, I assume. So,
Yeah, I don't say.
yeah, he'll nod. Be like, "Okay, then, noted." But yeah, I'd be happy to do future business with the crew of the Space Bullet.
Thank you, sir.
But yeah, unless there's anything else you want to say to him, he will leave.
Okay.
We'll say Mikey waves and smiles, and then he'll leave too. Yeah, they all leave. You guys are all alone. But some of them do head towards where Loki is. What do the two of you do?
We should probably go check on Loki, shouldn't we?
Yeah, and on the way over, I will message him, telling him to sit tight, and there's OPA on the way.
You'll get a message saying just that, Loki.
Yes, Green, we're already sitting tight. I've already freed the children and gotten all the information on the whodunit. I picked up their bread trail, so to speak.
A little bit of time will pass. The two of you will head with the OPA strike team into the heart of Ceres. Once again, you're not that far from it. And they'll be looking around. They're clearing. They're very aggressively going through the streets right now. There is no Star Helix on the inner section. They don't give a shit about the poor people. And you hear some gunfire. You see them drop two of the guards that were outside without any hesitation. Loki, you can't hear this where you are, but you do hear something be like, the door's open. The fuck? And you hear someone coming in, and then you see a gun pop out of the doorway. Someone's coming in the room, armed.
I've got my back, like, against the door, so I can shove it closed. Who's there?
I'll be like, yeah, he's in here, and you'll hear he'll start shooting the door.
There's kids behind this door!
They do not stop.
I will shove the kids aside, like dive on the group, push them aside. That'll give them the chance to come through the door.
So you're no longer in front of the door. Gotcha. Yeah, they'll kick the door open. It's just one guy coming in with his gun, and he's looking at you, but it's your turn. He spent his turn destroying the door.
I'm gonna run at him and try to disarm him and like shove him back out of this room.
Let's see how this goes.
Is this a fighting check?
Sure is.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Very fitting for the character, though.
Yep.
You get gun butted in the back and knocked to the ground. He just kind of sidesteps and you fall down. You can more or less get to like a knee, and then it is going to be his turn. He's going to come up. You kind of engaged in like physical combat, so he's going to likewise try to gun butt you. He was not expecting you to be so bad at fighting. He doesn't know what to do with you. You're in a weird position, and he kind of gun butts towards you in a weird angle, just completely whips because he rolled like shit. And then it's your turn.
I'm just gonna try to grab the gun at this point.
Yeah, go for it.
Another fighting, right? That's the grab in this game.
Still fighting.
I don't do a lot of grabbing. Son of a bitch! I rolled a 4.
You try to grab his gun, and he hits you in the face with it. You're like, oh, shit! And then you hear, there's another guy in the hallway. I'll be like, get out of the way! And then you hear, as the guy in the hallway gets shot in the back, and you see some OPA in the hallway. The guy that you are fighting pushes you to the ground and starts shooting down the hallway, and he just gets lit up by like 4 dudes. He's just the OPA comes in and they look. They point guns at you.
No! I was here investigating. I found it. I'm not the bad guy. Don't even carry a gun.
They were expecting to find you because your friends told them. So you do not get lit up. They look at the scientist guy. They look at all the children and be like, get the kids. I'll take care of this guy. He grabs the well, actually, you know what? The OPA is very undisciplined. He pulls out his handgun and he shoots that guy in the face. Just straight up. He does not, no trial, nothing. That guy goes straight to hell.
Deserved, honestly.
It was. I mean, yeah, he was stealing the kids. The guy, they're not military. They're paramilitary. He shot him right in the face. And they take the kids. One of them helps you up. Good job.
Thank you. Have you seen my friends Calliope and Grain? I thought they would be heroic, but it seems they left.
They come in like right behind the strike team.
We're here.
Oh.
Came for you.
Oh, there you are. Calliope, I saw you capture that woman, Great War Green. What were you doing? A space ballet while Calliope and I were busting our asses today?
Okay, to be fair, Green did probably save me from getting murdered by a cyborg.
Everybody, all three of you somehow managed to save each other. So that's fun. I feel like that's how games should go.
I also feel like that perfectly describes the team dynamic. Like, one of us is always it's like a circle of trouble.
It is a circle of trouble. I enjoy it very much. It's a good dynamic. But yeah, you guys did succeed.
We did it.
So you guys are now in this back room. Where are you going from here? Reese will show up at this point. Oh, geez, guys, did I miss the fun?
Hey, talk about someone who did nothing.
Leave him alone. He's in Louisiana.
Reese is just mentally zoned out.
Mentally, I never quite leave Louisiana mentally.
His thought bubble is just alligators in a swamp.
So next, I feel like we might all need a drink.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I could sip on this stiff drink. Wasn't someone supposed to pay us for finding these children?
I don't remember there being payment involved.
No.
Surely there's someone we could extort.
You want to try and extort the entire OPA on Ceres, you go right ahead.
Thank you. I didn't think I would get your approval.
So the things that you guys did get out of this, you did save the kids. You're in good with Anderson Dawes now. You can officially work with him. You've unlocked that character essentially.
And wasn't the reward being you can go tell Ned Flanders that that everything is cool and that we're not trying to fight him?
Pretty much, yeah. You guys, this diplomatic mission was fully successful. And more or less the payment for that was a bunch of ship upgrades. But also, he'll continue to help you. You guys keep doing stuff for Fred Johnson, so he keeps liking you.
Yeah.
Perhaps we can rest here for a few days and see if Anderson Dawes comes up with a mission for us. Or something for us to relay back to Mr. Johnson.
In the meantime, we should probably let Fred know. Give Fred Johnson an update. Let him know that Ida Fairchild is in custody. He'd surely be interested in that.
I can let him know in a discreet way.
Probably for the best. Just let him know I did it. Just let him know that it was me.
So I'm going to reach out to Corporal Michael Bensley on board the Tycho Bridge.
Okay.
That guy who I'm extorting for information.
Yeah.
It's on his terminal. There's just going to pop up a message, just plain white text, and it's going to say, "Relay information to Fred Johnson. Stop. Calliope captured Ida Fairchild. Stop. Anderson Dawes is currently an ally. Stop. In transmission."
Perfect.
That's all it's going to say. It's going to stay on his screen for 10 seconds and then go away.
Perfect.
11 seconds later, he gets back from the bathroom. So you send that message very cryptically. I'm not going to make you roll since you had that set up ahead of time.
I also have the Loki virus upgraded downloaded into the Tycho station security systems.
Yeah, you're already there. You don't need to make any rules.
I didn't want to do it on Fred Johnson's terminal because then he'd make me get out of the systems. But this guy can't say anything right now.
Yeah, that guy's being extorted. It's pretty funny. It's a good situation. So, y'all are successful. Where are you going? like physically?
To a bar.
Oh, okay. You know any good bars, Green?
Yeah, but they're all dives.
Yeah. I mean, there are no good bars in the belt. They're all dives.
Can we go back to fish? Seafood?
You want to go back to the Lucky Fish restaurant?
She loves it there. She's obsessed with that place.
Absolutely.
That place will live in her soul forever.
Yeah, you guys walk in. It's just that single counter service. One guy behind the counter. Like, oh, what can I get for you guys? And then he'll serve you guys up some swill and some slop. It's whatever passes for alcohol in the belt. It's what they use to clean like engines.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's not good. It's just shitty alcohol.
It's like Rincall.
There's I'm half tempted to make you roll to see if you go blind kind of thing.
Oh yeah, give me that Constitution because I actually, when I'm making Constitution tolerance tests as part of an advanced test, I gain a +1 bonus to the result of each drama die.
That's funny because you're good at drinking.
I am great at drinking.
So yeah, she doesn't get too faded too quick. You guys are all impressed. Everyone's impressed with how well Cal can drink. Green, you drink
Oh no,
like
I
a
don't
Belgian
actually
boy.
drink that great.
I don't eat this crap or drink this crap.
They're not surprised. Inners tend to put their nose up at Belter stuff. Green, you love it though.
I do. I love it. This is my favorite place and my favorite booze.
Yeah, you're enjoying your nice fish.
Mm-hmm. And
I feel like Cal is really enjoying herself, but like pretty quickly it's just like, oh fuck.
I'll let you see. I'll let you see how he prepares the fish. He gets a plunger syringe kind of thing, and he like pulls this liquid out of a barrel, and then he squirts it into a mold, and then it cooks, and you can hear it like as it solidifies, and it just becomes like this patty that smells like fish.
I'll take it.
It doesn't taste like fish, but it smells like fish, and that's the important part. But yeah, so you guys celebrate your win. Reese is there. Reese is like, yeah, sorry, I was getting this tattoo
On my face.
It better be my name on your ass.
There you go. No, it's a crocodile wearing a top hat because I'm always in Louisiana, metaphorically speaking. So
It's a crocodile eating a bowl of gumbo. I wanted it to be an alligator, but they made the nose too narrow and too long, and the teeth are on the outside.
there you go. Yeah, alligator. My bad.
It's all right, no problem.
But yeah, so you guys did succeed. And you guys can lay low on Ceres for a few days if you so choose.
I feel like that feels like the right move to make. I feel like we wouldn't want to just immediately go back to Tycho.
Yeah, I mean, most of the time, people will stay in a location because traveling in space is hard. So, are you guys going to stay on your ship, or do you want to find accommodations?
We have a ship. Why would we find?
Yeah,
It's fair.
it should be nicer than anything.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true. Your ship is nicer than what you could find here. Hey, didn't you guys break into Star Helix last episode?
Yes,
That was funny.
that was funny.
On your way back to your ship for the night, that Star Helix guy sees you, Cal. Like, oh hey, yeah, it's funny bumping into you.
Hi.
I'm doing this for comedic value, but there's like a low % chance he's gonna realize you're not a cop and get you in trouble.
So I grabbed Reese's hand and I was like, "This is my boyfriend, Reese, because this is what we agreed to."
Yeah, he'll put his hand out and be like, "Hey, nice to meet you. Yeah, ha, ha, ha." And he's just gonna leave. That's a good save.
Expertly navigated.
Expertly navigated. But you guys get to the space bullet. Everything's fine. Nothing's, it's there. It's not broken into. That kind of thing.
Good.
And you guys, so you have a few days where you can do your, interlude activities. if there's anything in particular you would like to do during this time, now's your chance.
So
Now's
there
kind
is
of some downtime.
There is something in particular that I want to do. I want to electrify the head of my hammer.
It is possible to do that. Where is it? Weapons. Turning weapons into stunning weapons. Let's see here. So the only thing I'm going to require you to do in preparation for that is make a what do you call it? A money roll to buy the necessary components. And then you're going to make so you do succeed in making your income roll. Lower your income by 1. And then, you can, in fact, upgrade your hammer to be stunning, right? That should be it. And also, I guess just give me the engineering. Oh, shit.
I'll reconnect.
Hello.
Oh, he's back.
I thought it got quiet for a second there.
Yeah. So should I lower my income by 1?
Yeah, lower your income by 1. That was the last thing I said before.
Okay.
Before I realized. And then give me that, like, repair check, that engineer check thing. You know, to do it.
Oh, Jesus.
It's not the best.
Yeah, I'll spend some fortune on that.
Yes.
How much?
Spend 2.
All right.
It's because it's not bad. That's an average success. But you're dealing with, like, making an electric hammer. It's a little harder.
Yeah. It's probably not my area of expertise.
No, not quite. But you're getting the hang of it. So, yes. What is it? Taser? No. So you're going to give it the stunning quality. Some weapons are designed specifically to incapacitate without wounding their targets, particularly useful for security. As a general guideline, a stunning weapon does penetrating damage, but inflicts 1 die less. So tasers do 1d6 versus pistols 2d6. So you're going to lower your damage, but it does penetrating, so it ignores damage resistance.
Okay.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
So it helps you against, like, armored targets.
Okay. There we go.
Which is actually pretty useful.
So now it's 1d6 plus 1?
Yes, but penetrating.
So penetrating.
So yeah,
Cool.
now you won't. If you hit somebody that's wearing armor, they're not wearing armor.
Cool.
Which is pretty helpful. Green. What are you doing, buddy?
Actually, there's a sport that belters do, right?
Belter sport.
Where you fling people through space.
Are you gonna go belt on that or bet on that?
Yeah, I want to do that.
Okay, yeah, I forget what they call it. But so the belter sport he's referring to is they slingshot around celestial bodies and try to make it to like as far as they can without like powering their vehicles. So they like. Yeah, it's crazy. It's very dangerous. There's a lot of high G maneuvering. It takes some pretty complicated math, but it's super dangerous.
So that sounds like Reese's next obsession.
Yeah, Reese would like it. I think Reese would like it. I'm gonna have to find out more about it in the future. But yes, you can find a place where they're betting on it. It'll be you'll go back to that OPA bar you were at earlier. That chef will be eyeing you. He'll chop off the head of another fish. And he'll, like, point at you, like, you can't come back here. But you're not going back there, so it's okay. And you want to bet on this, right?
Right.
Is gambling a skill you have?
No.
Okay. Go ahead. Let's see. Just give me a flat. I guess you could pick... based on like who you think would be the best, so like maybe intelligence.
Okay. My worst stat next
Nice.
to communication.
Not a bad roll though.
So yeah. there's a guy. His name's Reggie. He's coming up. He's coming up on one of the moons of Jupiter, and he's trying to slingshot around it. You're like, I think he's gonna make it. I think that guy's totally gonna make it. And that's what you're betting on. You're betting whether that guy's gonna die or not. And you bet he's gonna live.
He does not live.
Reggie.
You know what? I'm gonna roll a piloting check to see if he makes it.
Oh, this is actually Reggie is 13 years old and today's his first day piloting.
Oh my god. So kinda. So this guy is like, yeah, like you see, because you can see his cockpit, you can see him live streaming this, and he's like, woo, and you see like, and like as he like starts getting bounced around, and he like flies up in his chair, he hits his ass on the seat, and his neck snaps, and then his ship crashes into the moon. Because he rolled a 6.
How much money did you lose, Green?
Go ahead and make an income check for me, here, buddy.
Ooh, probably a lot of money.
Okay, so you pass the income check, which means you lower your income and you do pay your bet. Otherwise, you would be in debt again.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so you do lose. You're like, this son of a bitch.
Yeah.
We'll say Mikey's here. I'd be like, I can't believe you bet on Reggie. I don't know what Reggie thought about going out into space like that. He can't fly worth a shit. Poor dead Reggie. To Reggie! They all drink in his honor. And
it was actually his birthday today, and his dad died the same way 12 years ago.
There you go. Yeah.
When he breaks his neck, a picture falls
out of his mouth. You see his family. No, you know what? Better yet,
it's like he's briefly a Polaroid camera. So it's like.
So this situation is even better because his family is just at the bar and they're crying, and he's dead. And you're like, no! That's way better. I don't know why I'm so morbid. I enjoy it, though.
I think it's the funniest bit that we have.
I enjoy it it's probably my favorite bit. But yeah, so you pay your bill, you buy a drink for his ex-family, and Mikey's like, you could, you do notice one thing, though, because you're a Belter, but for the audience, they, like, cheers him, they treat him like he's a hero, because he died doing what Belters do best, fly by the seat of their pants in the vacuum of space.
But apparently not what Reggie does.
He died the Belter way. They do say stuff like that, and like to an outsider, you guys are like, "What the fuck? Like, what are they?" Because that guy died for no reason.
Every time someone drives in,
he died having fun though.
Like, he was having a blast.
Every time someone flies into a sun and dies, there's another star at the edge of the galaxy made for them to twinkle. We're like, what the fuck? No, that's not it.
Lots of dead Belters out there.
Yeah, in Reggie's defense, it's better than just waiting until the
suffocating. Yeah.
Yeah,
he died a good death. Everyone agrees. That's the part that trips you out. It's unanimous. Everyone's like, yeah, he did a good thing. But yeah. So there was that sport. That was fun. What are you doing, Loki?
I'm actually going to go knock on Green's door the second day that we're here.
Okay.
Reluctantly, there's a knock on your cabin quarters. Mr. Green, if you're not busy, I'd like to request your accompaniment for the day.
What for?
To try to fill up these hidden compartments in our ship with something that we can make money on for the next station we go to.
Well, you don't have to ask me twice.
So I've told you I don't deal in weapons. But if there's any drugs, someone you know needs drugs moved, exotic animals, cell phones, electronics, let's see if we can stock this baby full. Let me meet some of your underground friends here on Ceres.
All right, no problem.
So the new book, Ships of the Expanse, has a whole set of rules for trying to find cargo. So that's fun. And it's also funny that you said you don't do weapons for story reasons. The fact that you specifically don't want to sell weapons is funny to me. It'll become evident later.
I'm a Martian, and you know how Martians always be selling weapons.
Yes, that is mostly why it's funny. Yeah, it's ironic. So, what are you looking for?
In a perfect world, exotic animals like a expensive ass lizards or something.
Awesome.
Okay. So, let's see here. How do we do this? I have a chart here with target numbers. So it's going to be a dramatic test. It's going to be an extended test. So first off, someone give me one of the people involved in this. It could be all of you. I don't care. Give me. Well, I mean, only one of you roll, but all of you can be involved. Give me a business check, which is intelligence. And it's gonna for your first hour.
I've rolled a 19.
So yeah, that's the target number was 11.
I am my spy executive cosmopolitan background. I actually had a business background before I was a spy. Not that that's come up yet.
So the further your ship's willing to travel, the easier it is to find cargo. So you're going to... Oh, okay. So I'm supposed to ask you: are you trying to find something close, any destination, or a specific destination,
I think,
or medium, or far, or beyond? Well, you can't do that one.
The next thing we're doing is going to see Fred Johnson, so hopefully something headed his way.
So
I think that's
destination.
technically close. Yes.
Okay, so that sets the target number to 13, and it sets the threshold to a number that I am aware of. You have gotten 5 towards that threshold. So any one of you can continue to make this test.
And we can do anything related to this test? Or does it just intelligence business over and over?
I think it's just intelligence business over and over.
I rolled a 16 this time.
So yeah, you're doing really good on the drama dice, so that's fine. And then, in order to find out what you get, you have to keep rolling a bit. So you got to give me another one. So it's been 3 hours now. That is not a success.
No, that one was quite low. 3 hours in. Can I, instead of rolling business, can I roll like an empathy to see if I can see if there's a person, like a new lead, something I can check on?
I will let Green roll local knowledge.
Just for the sake of rolling something different, just for fun.
Yeah.
Whoa. Green throws a 17 with a 6 in the drama die spot.
So as you guys are looking around, you kind of get close, and then you're like, you know what? I think maybe we can go talk to Evan. And you guys go to another... Everything's a back alley around here, man. You guys walk into an electronics kind of repair shop. And you head to the back, and you meet with a guy. Give me a persuasion to interact with him. One of the two of you.
I have 0 communication.
I will give it a shot, but I usually lie to people, so I'm wondering if I should just communicate with them or try to lie to them. I'm just going to talk to them. Regular old talking. And I've rolled doubles and a 15.
Which means, yeah, you get the stump points. That is the final roll you needed, and a 5 means that you get this. That's not bad at all. All right, so you aren't able to find animals. You were kind of looking for animals, but unfortunately, you wind up with some kind of rare exotic textiles. that are not supposed to be sold off Ceres, because what's manufactured here they want to use here, so there's like a big tax on things leaving. So they're trying to circumvent that with your illegal smuggling.
So I'm going to use the general, I think it's just like a social
Oh,
stunt,
wait,
attitude
never mind.
stunt.
I was looking at the wrong table. It's drugs.
Oh. I like that too.
It's drugs.
I'm going to use the attitude stunt medal, which lets me, it's an attitude stunt, like I said. Your action brings together or drives wedges between people. Choose 2 other characters present and shift their attitudes towards each other, either up or down or in the same directions. And Green is going to forget that him and Evan were like old friends, that they used to hang out back in the day, and they're going to reconnect a little bit.
Yeah, he's going to be like, yeah, you got to go meet my contact over on, over in the fifth alleyway. And he'd be like, oh yeah, the 5th over by that arcade. And he'd be like, oh yeah, you know the arcade. And then you guys will realize you know each other. So now, yeah, I guess I'll put him in the big book. Ah, man, wow. I did that wrong. Instead of writing down Evan, I wrote down the words big book.
Man.
Oh man, I love those game master mistakes when someone's talking to you and you're writing and you just you write the first half of the sentence correct and then you just write what somebody said to you for the second half.
Yeah, that was quite the brain fart. Good stuff. Yeah, so you guys wind up talking to a guy, and he says, leave your door open, and it'll be in your cargo hold tomorrow.
Instead of putting it in our cargo hold, I'll let him know where the hidden floors are.
Yeah.
Hidden compartments.
I'd be like, very well, sir. We'll say this guy is like very, he's like finding it being fancy. He's wearing like an English bowler hat.
Oh, good. Yeah, man. He probably loves my tracksuit. I'm loving his style.
But yeah, it'd be like, very well, sir. He's trying to act like he's fancy. It's funny. So Calliope, they get back. You guys are all back on the ship. It is, we'll say it's day 3 now. Calliope, you have this magic stun hammer, the power of Thor in your hands. And you guys have a cargo hold full of drugs.
So it's day 3. So can you remind me, because day 2, I just rested. What happens when you rest? How does that benefit the character?
Yes. You gain back fortune. I'm just not sure how much. We'll find it out before you need it.
Okay. Yeah.
I'll note that you rested though.
I just spent day 2 reading. And I guess
anything good?
still the never-ending story. She's just about finished it. It's made her cry like a bitch every 3 chapters.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And
you guys come back. Calliope's sitting in the kitchen, crying, reading a book. But yes, so you guys have your drugs. They're not really narcotics. They're more medicinal, but they could be used in a bad way. But yes, you guys do have your cargo now, and you will be paid upon delivery.
Great.
I guess
yeah.
I guess the 3rd day I'm just like monitoring our communications to see like if anything is coming in.
Oh yeah, Fred Johnson will reach out to you guys and be like, I hear good things. Thank you guys. Make sure to come back. I'll have something special for you.
All right.
When you get back. Which is just me letting you know you will be rewarded once again for doing another successful mission. You guys are good at missions.
Thank you. You're good at giving us missions.
Hey, thanks. So, what do I need to know? Loki, did you do anything with that information you got?
Yes, I probably did, and I want to go through it myself. I want to know I want to know who's behind it. I want to know every bit of information there is to know from what I stole. Everything on the hard drive.
So pretty much what you do is you update your list of illegal facilities, and you kind of make more sense of them. Now that you have a second set to look at, you can kind of figure out where maybe something might be. You see that there's potentially that they were going to send the children somewhere. And you also see that they have programs like this set up in other places. You can tell this, so none of it's explicitly written, but you can tell they refer to the children in batch numbers, and you can tell by the letters that precede the batch numbers that those are different places that the children are coming from. So you see G series 17, here is C series 8, that kind of thing.
I'll relay this information to Green and Calliope and Reese and basically say, so we can let Anderson Dawes know this information, or we can let Ned Flanders know this information. But whoever we tell will want to assume control, and they'll do it their way.
Oh, geez, there's a third option. We could just go there ourselves. Oh, geez. It's Reese.
Yes.
Sorry, I was trying to find the unmute button, and for whatever reason, my brain was like, no. So we're trying to figure out what to do next. I think we should go back to Tycho and get our reward.
Yeah.
For doing another mission. We'll probably get another one.
But I was able to descramble some of this information I found from the child exporting ring.
Ew.
Yeah, he was able to find out
there might be a station they're shipping to, and there are multiple locations. However, I think we should turn this information over to either Anderson Dawes or our friend, Fred Johnson.
Well, if anybody has the right to it, it's Anderson Dawes. And then we could decide whether he wants to team up with Fred Johnson or not. I doubt he'll want to. But I feel like ethically, it belongs to Anderson Dawes.
However, it does extend beyond the Ceres station. It would seem this could be going on multiple locations and multiple testing facilities. So whoever we give this to would be expanding their station's reach.
We could also keep it to ourselves. And I don't know. I'm not strategic.
I believe they have better resources to send more squads to these locations, and keeping this information for ourselves puts people in danger.
It does. So who has better resources? I mean, God. Anderson Dawes.
I want to hear from Green.
I say give it to the belt. That's who it belongs to.
The belt as a whole. I mean, the idea of Anderson Dawes and Ned Flanders teaming up that is going to end in disaster. That's going to end in civil war.
Yeah, over the past few days, you noticed one distinct thing about all of this. Nothing is on the news. None of it made the news. Anderson Dawes didn't tell anybody about Ida Fairchild. She's just gone. There's nothing on the news about her. Nothing like that.
I mean, I feel like the most neutral way of doing it would be to drop the information, drop the locations of these places into news and let people just have a free-for-all about it. I feel like that would be the most neutral way. I don't know if that's the right thing to do.
I would like to remind you all of what happened last time.
Yeah, I mean, also we started a riot the last time we did this.
On every place in the belt, yeah.
And a coup. We started a coup.
Yeah, you guys started a lot of it. It was funny.
I like the idea, Calliope.
I sense a butt.
Perhaps you could do the thing you have grown so great at doing, and do me a favor one more time. Perhaps you could sneak into the Ceres station, transmission station, and get us access to their satellites. Once we have that, we can drop all the nav points, as you've said. Anonymously, I'll be in and out of their system, and they'll never know who did it.
All right. I'm okay with that. How about you, Green?
That sounds great.
So you guys are going to leak information about black sites. What all would you like to be in this data package?
I'm gonna do it the same as Loki does, which in hindsight it's now coming together. I guess it's a lot like Anonymous. You know, there is text only, it comes up, there's a distorted voice that reads it that's like a male programmed robotic voice. And it's only ever like straight sentences and facts. Click, 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 and then it'll show like the videos that it showed before from the testing. And so this one will be it'll start with plain black and white screen and white text that'll say, children have been going missing in Ceres for months. This has been told to be not investigated by so-and-so security company.
Star Helix.
By Star Helix Security. And I got access to their servers and stuff before
Yes.
when we got in there, so I'm going to release Star Helix's information. I'm going to leak everything that they had that they were sitting on. And then I'm going to leak that their system was tapped into. And then I'm going to leak all the black site information that we found relating to missing kids.
Okay. And what was the other
And those will just be
Are you
like...
going to say anything about Ida and Protogen?
No.
Okay.
Maybe we should name drop the company, but not
Yeah,
Ida
the company is
specifically.
like a publicly traded company.
Oh, yeah. Maybe at the very last sentence should be, we are still coming for you, Protogen.
Yes.
So you guys all get the hindrance hunted 5. No, I'm just... I don't think they have that in this game. But yeah, this is going to be fun. Things are going to get kicked up here a bit. So, yeah, you put this package together. Where would you like... So, last time you released it, it was on the giant broadcasting station on Ganymede. Ceres doesn't have that same capability. There are other ways you could try to do it, but how do you want to go about doing this? What are you trying to do?
So I know like this much about space and space stations, but I would think that there is like a satellite relay or antenna or deke or buoy or something.
There are many, yes.
There are many. That's what I would like to gain physical access to, is an actual satellite link to send out, so that way we can't be tracked back. Because she actually goes and puts a physical device in for us.
Fly out to a relay station.
I'm gonna have us do it from a relay station inside Ceres.
Okay, so you want? Okay, yeah. I mean, stations do that. So,
just like if you, I mean, not to be an insane person, but just like if you took over a local news station, you know, you could broadcast your signal basically everywhere.
You can gain physical access to the Ceres relay station by going outside, or by breaking in through like the front employee access area.
I let Calliope know these two options as I'm showing her the building, or showing her the specs.
Okay, say it again.
You can either go from the outside to get access to the relay. You can like go outside Ceres station and do a spacewalk, or you can try and break in through the employee entrance.
Employee entrance. I'm not doing a spacewalk.
Okay.
That's Green's. That's Green's prerogative.
Yeah. So, what's your plan? Give me the heist. Set up the heist for me.
Good question.
It would take us a few days to grab stolen credentials. We could wait around, but we already have drugs on board with the delivery date. Perhaps this time we let Green sneak in from outside.
Yeah, I was just about to suggest that. Seems a lot easier.
Yeah. Logistically, it's easier. Okay, so Green's gonna go outside. So you don't need to get a spacesuit. You guys have them on your ship. All Green needs to do is sneak out a airlock. Which, funny enough, it's easy to do on Ceres. People like put people in there all the time and space them.
Oh shit!
It's like a form of a murder on Ceres. I didn't write it. It's a hard knock life. Okay, so that's phase 1. Phase 2, you need to get to the relay and physically like open it and insert this device.
Is this something that someone who is not smart can do?
Probably. It is kind of plug and play.
Sweet.
It is better in theory. Calliope, in case something goes wrong, she has engineering background. But you might be okay. You might be okay, Green.
Sweet.
The worst thing that could happen out there is you cut into a live wire, shock yourself to hell, die, and float away. So just try not to think about it.
Okay. I won't think about it. So
Yeah, I didn't even notice that your intelligence roll. Oh, man.
Mm-hmm.
I missed 2. I missed 2 6s earlier. Sorry.
The turn's at 19.
I mean, I'm sure the answer is yes, but I'll just ask for clarification for anybody new to the system. When we're doing those types of rolls, we're trying to get successes on the wild dice to push the narrative.
Yes.
Do the 6s still count as wild die during that? When you're trying, because for the churn, I mean. I guess.
Oh yeah, they should.
Because you're trying to get high wild die for that part.
You are. I mean, technically, it's always a benefit to get a 6 because you get more stunt points.
That's true.
But yeah, you're always. Oh, the churn's always going up. I actually heard them use the word churn twice on the show in the episode I just watched.
Yep, I did too back in like the end of season 1, I think, and I was like, so the writers of this game watched the show. I see. Mm-hmm. They caught themselves a nice little trigger word and worked it into the game. I like that. Nice touch.
Wasn't sure if it was just the churn or if somebody up there likes me. Yeah. But so yeah, Green, it doesn't take a lot of prep to do what you're going to do. So you can just go out into space and do this. Are you going to go do it?
Hell yeah.
Alrighty, Green. You find yourself a nice airlock. You space yourself. And you're walking around the outside of the ship. Yeah, give me that free fall. I was going to ask for it. I mean, what do you want from me? That's a pass. So, let me know what you're doing with those 2 stunt points. You can spend them.
Sweet.
It could help you. But yeah, you pretty much, you're like running along the outside, and there's a part that you have to jump, because you're not supposed to do this. It's not made for you to do this, so you jump across empty space. And you make it. You land like a champion. Too bad no one's out here to see it. It was pretty badass. And you make it, you see ahead of you this large antenna relay. And you can tell, I mean, there's people in there, but they can't really see you. The windows aren't meant for like surveillance. They're very few and far between.
I would like to spend those points to take the churn down.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll allow it, because you are infiltrating something. You guys never let me have any fun.
I want it to be noted that I never try to reduce the churn.
She's the real agent of chaos. But yeah.
I am, yeah.
So you get to this.
I think the third is exciting.
You walk up the satellite array and you're outside of it. And there's some panels. Loki told you which ones to open. He told you the whole thing.
Sweet.
So you open it up. You're getting set up. And just then, that's when you have to tune in next week to see what happens.
Oh no!
Yeah, a little early tonight. Let's get stopping point. Lots of fun. You guys did a lot of stuff. Yeah, 20 is one of the bad ones, Vampire. But since they keep dipping below and going up, I don't think it should hit every time. Because otherwise, I can really be a dick about it.
Yeah, because then if I lowered the churn, then the next time when the churn went up,
for the record, last time that the churn actually hit 20 and something happened was when all those ships got stolen, and all hell broke loose. So yeah, that's not going to happen every time.
And Calliope almost fucking died.
Yeah, Calliope almost died. It was crazy.
Yeah, the churn events are like really. They can be anything from like a gun jamming to a really big narrative event. And last time John hit us with a real hell of a zinger, and I think he's got a few in his pocket.
Last time it was a major churn event, and so yeah, the oh man, when it hits 30, oh boy, can't wait. That's gonna be a fun day. But yeah, so Green,
do you already know what it's gonna be?
Oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be really fucked up. It's just raining dead bodies. Just
hallelujah, it's raining.
But yeah, Green, you're gonna be in space. Calliope and Loki are running the comms room, being the men and women behind the curtain for this little espionage mission. Let's see what all hell breaks loose next time that we're playing. I definitely have a good idea of what's gonna happen. It's gonna be fun. So.
More riots.
Probably, it's going to be so much worse on Ceres. So, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, what else? YouTube. Follow us here. We are at, I think, 185, 184 now. Trying to get to 200 followers here on Twitch. We get closer every day. Tune in tomorrow. We're going to be playing Smash Up, hopefully, with Tony from Plus One EXP. That's going to be a lot of fun on Tabletop Simulator. Same time, same place, 8 o'clock Central Standard. Tune in Saturday for episodes 3 and 4 live of our Fresh Out the podcast. I'm very excited. I bought a special shirt I'm going to wear so I can look handsome. Yeah. Check out Calliope at Hidden Audio. Right, Calliope?
Yes, I'm at Hidden Audio. My real name is Alicia. Calliope
what?
was just, yeah. Calliope.
I like calling you Calliope.
Calliope and I share a spirit, that is for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, follow her at Hidden Audio. Check out her podcast, The Hidden Heart.
Yeah, not out yet.
Not out yet, but soon.
Setting up the last recording session of the season 1. And yeah.
I'm going to listen to it in the car.
Hopefully we get the Patreon out soon so everybody can get really excited for actual material.
Oh, hell yeah. You're going to get Patreon. That's cool. Yeah, Patreon seems like it could be for us in the future. What about you, Gary? What do you got?
What do I got? I got Neon Lords of the Toxic Wasteland, which is an indie game coming to our channel Friday the 30th from 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. as per usual. I reached out to my boy, Tony Vicinda, over at Plus One EXP to confirm that he'll be joining us tomorrow. He said he has a vet visit during the day, an emergency vet visit, but that he should be good, right? He should be back by night. So we're going to stay optimistic for that. I just dropped the Neon Lords of the Wasteland in the chat if anybody wants to see what that game's all about. That's their old Kickstarter. And I think that's it. Besides our regular Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Fresh Out the Podcast, all of our business going on. Follow us on everything. Like you said, now we're on Spotify and Apple Music
Spotify
as well.
And Apple Music, yeah.
Yeah, we're on 2 brand new platforms. We're trying to be on everything and as fresh out the box as we can.
Robert's saving up his points for us. Yeah, and then don't forget about Matthew. Matthew, the prop master extraordinaire down here, the set designer, tech theater man.
Yeah, I've been working on theater stuff, but it's been for schools, so nothing that anyone can come see, really. But yeah, you can catch me here at Fresh Out the Box Wednesday, Thursday nights, Wednesdays when we play Deadlands, and of course Thursdays when we do the Expanse.
I love the Expanse. But yeah, thank you so much, everyone, for watching. Have yourselves a good night.